Hello, hello. How's it going? You've got in. We got Ball is in, XP is in, and Lemonade. You all well? Just clean the old glasses. Feeling better. Still a little bit congested, but I am feeling better. How about you? Has everybody had a good weekend? Because it is Sunday, isn't it, today? Clock's changed. Are we later or are we earlier? I don't know what's going on. What time is it really? Go Sue, hello. Oh, yeah? What have you been finding out? Tell me all the things before we get started. It was a demolition tank. What else other than it being a demolition tank? I see Discord's talking about tanks again. Oh, that's why my thing's not working right. I wonder what's happening with my window. There we go, that's better. Evening, Eames. It's often used for deploying charges. There are... I can't remember who does them. Is it that Juelia people that do 1/35th scale bricks? I know they do 1/24 scale because I have some. Restarting in just a second. I've got a hangnail I'm trying to deal with. It's been annoying. So who's hobbying along with me this evening? Or are you just relaxing tonight? Good. This is where we got to yesterday. We got a pair of them to this stage. There's a bit of a line in there which I'm not quite keen on. There's also some elements up front I'm not keen on. I sanded these, and I obviously haven't sanded them well enough. Debating whether to fill that in. That's all one colour, so I could fill it in. And that's all one colour, so I could sand that and then just spray those edges. That one's much tighter, and the front's okay on that one. So I might go and fill that in. And I might actually just fill it in with some of this shitty plastic putty, because it's a lot less disruptive than the other stuff. I don't need to sand it, I just need to feed it into a slit. I think that's what we're going to do first of all, anyway. If I can get any of it out. Or even undo the lid. Where did it see combat, Paulie? Where was it deployed? Or was it purchased by other countries and used in combat in other places? There's a plug there, look. That might do it. Then again, maybe not. At this stage, I'm just going to cut the entire top off. Who knows? Digging it a bit more, and we'll see. Ah, there's another. Is this all solid? Is that what's the matter here? I think it is. Well, that's it then. Oh, it's a little bit softer, but it's still another junk. Yeah. How are we going to do this then? If this works. Has everybody fell asleep already? It's early. That step's okay. Next I'm gonna... There's two little nubs on here on each side. I thought I'd sanded them enough. I don't think I have. Yeah, we're going right through what we've just painted on there. Unfortunately, we've got to do it. Right on the blue side. Green, actually. Yeah, that feels okay. Let's do the other side now. Feels okay. We just go through the last couple of layers of green. Actually, I don't think it's those. They're too soft. This, however, is the one. And the other one. So that can sit over there while we work out our next steps. which is going to be not painting those back in yet. We need to look at the patternation we're going to do. So we're definitely going to put some stripes on these wings. I'm still debating about these teeth. Because we could extend over this. That's what we could do. Let's mark it out with some tape and see how it looks. Also, this tape's in here backwards. Both of these tapes are in here backwards. That's not good because it only goes up to there. We need this one to be probably further back. I think we'll have to do them each one at a time, you know. So, like, I'm okay with that fang. It would be going down over here as well, being black. And then once we take this off, we do the next one in, and then the next one in. Maybe do fangs on one of them, and the other one we do stripes. What do we think? Or am I just talking to myself? A silly idea. It is a silly idea. It's whether it's a good silly idea or a bad silly idea. That's the thing. So there's me thinking that chat wasn't working. It just hadn't fucking scrolled. For fuck's sake. Gosu's painting the black and white mechanical icon on the power plant. Good luck. Ken's gonna eat his dinner. Yeah, let me just recatch up first of all, see as though I thought no one was talking. It was my fucking chat window being stupid. Fish doesn't like the fang idea. Yeah, there we go, fixed. Because they're gonna be black. They're not gonna be white, they're gonna be black. Like wolf's fangs down the side. So it'll be subtle by the time it's all done, it'll be subtle. Obviously there's going to be chipping and there's going to be scratches, etc. And there's also going to be some shields on here as well over the top, so it'll just look a bit like camo. I'm going to do it. Worst case scenario, repaint it. But we're right with that. Tell you what I need to do. I need to get my squeezy bottle. Where's my bloody squeezy bottle gone? I had a squeezy bottle. It'll be fine. I'll just have water here. Moved. As for fixing that, it's going to be easy. Not a problem. All we'll do is we'll find a colour that's similar to what's down on it already, and we'll just blush it over the top. Not tricky. Same on the front where I've sanded. I'm just going to spray straight over the front. Compressor goes burr. Must go straight back from the bottle. Next one. The only difficult thing about this is They might be at weird angles. We're going to do 2 and we'll see. You know what I should do? This would be the sensible thing, and we don't get weird angles. You should make a template. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Something like this. Yeah, that's what I'm using this for. And then what I'll do is I'll get my other tape again, and then I'll just run this. That's far too far back now. There. And that one goes in there. And then we'll get another one back on. And save that. Don't lose it, Nick. And just to be sure. Fingerprint in that one, dickhead. Ugh. I think we get rid of it and we just do it grey, and then we'll work something else out. The other way I could have done this would be, I could have made like a big old rectangle out of this. Not out of the paper, but I could have made a big rectangle and then drawn them out and applied the whole thing. But it's worth testing. Let's clean up and we'll fix that, and we'll sort those sides out, and now put our red stripes on. Start on this one. We probably will need a little bit of that as well, and that's our top colour. I think that's just mostly light base though. So if anything, tonight's going to be an exercise in what to do if something goes wrong. Because we'll fix that. It's not going to be a big issue in the scheme of things. Like, some people by now be panicking and thinking, oh, I've got to strip the entire thing and start from the beginning. No, you don't. It'll be fine. There's a lot more paint in there than I thought there was. Right, light base. Just double checking. Want a new fresh cup? But let's go with it. Let's just do the dark first. Let's get it done proper. Bit of that. A little bit of this. Something like that'll do. Ooh, it's dark. He says putting dark base in the... So that's looking okay. We'll obviously need to highlight that up. This dark colour, all it's doing at the moment is I am blushing in those hard edges that we had from the teeth. Just so you can't see them. If you can't see them, then they don't exist. I'm not sieving this paint today. I'm pretty sure it's alright. We're there already. Let's get that highlight on, we'll be sorted. It's a completely different colour at the moment. It's very warm. The colour is fixed out now. Just air at the moment. There's a bit more paint. Just do neat spacing. A fingerprint on the side of there. This one. I need to spin it a little bit. Muffled? Muffled? Is it muffled still? And is it just a voice? You need to let me know. Because then I can change it if it is. Probably because I was spraying at the same time. Aye. I think Bitstorm's got it. That'll be it. We have a clog. Careful. Bit paint everywhere doing that. Right. We'll do that again, but we'll do it properly. Squidge. Lid. And a bit of that. Not sure why what would be. Why it's muffled when it's at, because I've got loads of audio processing on. That'll be why. That was the side with the thing in it. The fans, we can't see. So, we fixed it. No more fucking it up. No, it'd be handy if I did. You could probably fashion something, you know, to do it. So it goes off and comes on. That'd be quite a clever thing, wouldn't it? Right, let's mask up some stripes. So what thickness stripes? We're going for 12. Or are we going the full width of this paler bit? I have an ESP32. They're going to be red. Well, I say red, they're going to be burgundy. Let's just mask this area off first. I have an ESP32 that's doing absolutely nothing at the moment. So yeah, this will be like our main guide point, so we can get it right on all of them. It's a nice, easy, you know, shape to work out. It vibrates a lot, so I could have like a or I could just have a foot switch. I have a foot switch and I could probably set it up to use it, but I have boxes of trains underneath my desk. Right, so let's think of what size stripes we're going to use. Probably this size. Two thin and one thick, potentially. So I could take these white ones off and they'd give us little lines. Then how much is in the middle? I don't even know how thick that is. This is 6mm again. So if there's 6 in there, and there's a bit less, so how about then we do that? What does that give us? It's hard to work out what's going to be colour and what's not going to be colour. That's thinner than that. That's no good. What about these? Which of these are thicker? That's a green one. Now, one of these is not in quite the right place. It's the central one. I want to move that out of the way. So if we keep that and we remove the white one, and remove this one here, so we take that back out, and then we take this white one out. Take this white one out. That looks okay to me. Gives us 3 stripes. What do you reckon? I don't like this back. I think I'm just going to block this whole back line up as well, because it's messy and not great. I need to check the leading edge as well. How does that leading edge look like? Fine. I'm not doing the bottom. But I will do till there. They should be alright, 3 on that side. So I can remember how we did it. For this one. I think we did 1 stripe down here. There's another one either side of that flap. Just here. And then I did a white line and a green and a white and a green. That should give us what we need. So white. And use this other white one that's here. Oh!
1.21 gigawatts. Please, cut.
Let us have some rocking and rolls this Sunday evening. Cheers.
Ken, thank you very much. It's a sauce wheel time. Let me just mask this up first. Oh, we'll not get anywhere. Thank you, Ken. That side in place. Next green. Oh, that's no good. Come here.
Rude alert, rude alert.
Oh.
An electrical fire has knocked out my voice recognition unicycle. Banned and shot. This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
It ain't a daffodil. The mini mad cards, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you very much for the raid. Ahoy. How's it going? And what were you up to? Tell me the things. We're just masking up for some sprayage. What have you been doing this evening? Have you had a nice time? We're shortly not going to have a nice time because I have a sauce wheel to spin. Which is always a joy. Yeah, we're going to have coloured wings shortly. Just been painting a base for a special Space Marine paint job. Done some freehand. If you'd like to share, let us know.
That's the deal and face the wheel.
We, however, have to spin the wheel and suffer. So let's get it on. No, not the bomb. It's the one with his hands in the air. No, it's the one with his hands in the air. Let's see which that one is. The headless horseradish is what it is. We haven't had the headless horseradish for a while. Yeah, do it, buddy. Do it. Alright, initiate the madness. We need it. Goodish. Let us know when you've shared it. My fish was turning into shrapnel. Not much in the way of sizable crisps anymore. This one's got a bit of a kick to it. Because it's not only ghost pepper, it's also horseradish. So there's no slow burn, it's all up front. Thank you very much.
The book on chronology I ordered has finally arrived. It's about time.
Thank you very much for those biddies. It does have a kick. It does have a kick. Remember, I've got all those still. All that dust. The peanuts aren't great. Snort it. I'm trying to discern whether they're edible. I'm not convinced. Wow, anyway. Well, they're not as crunchy as you'd think they'd be. Right, so we're going to do these in a dark colour. These stripy stripes. These are me colours I've got Baraknar Burgundy, Galvorbak Red, and for a highlight I've got a little bit of Sanguine highlight. Should be painting some of the pipes on the back of the power plant. You do them copper, a couple of the ones that join in on the side. Do them copper. That way you can always add a little bit of corrosion to them. Wow, that was hot, that horseradish, I'm telling you. Right, so let's have a look at this Baraknar Burgundy. We might not need the Galvor back if we're highlighting straight up with that. Concern with that is it's a little bit too pink. I know we used it for the cloak, for a highlight. We'll start with the dark and see where we go. Well, one, that should do us. And then I need 50% of this. Nice and purpley. Oh, we're going to take this grey out of here. Give it a rinse. I'm not doing a very good job with sorting my water out tonight. That's clean. That's not clean. I can get stacked there. That can get stacked there. That can go in with that and then get stacked there. If it's finished, showcase. If it's work in progress, there should be a work in progress channel. Who's going? Ames, no night, buddy. Thanks for being here. Just give us a shout when you sorted. Should be a whip channel. Unless it's disappeared. Quick updates, apologies. Quick updates. You see that one? Quick updates. Aye, quick updates. I would have not make a mess here. I don't think I even need to highlight it up. It's gone on nice and thin. You can't post in it. Give me a second. Where are you? You need to make him a regular, please, if he's not already. Go soon. Thanks. Yeah, it's just Discord's fucked up. My Discord's fucked up. It needs looked at. It's terrible. Like the Discord annoys me so much that you can't move posts. How have they got a messaging platform where you can't just move posts or anything? It's ridiculous. Is this even working? I haven't pressed it for a while. It does work, but I'm all over the place. You can't even see me anymore. I need to move that. Solid start. Solid start. I need to open up in a web browser because I can't see anything at the moment. Let me have a look. Where is my web browser at? Ah, that's better. I can see it now. I like it. It's almost Badab War salamanders. Hey, look. They're quite neat. The thing is, we need to do the same, like what singular on these side wings, I think. Yeah. You can do what you want, Bitstorm. Now you might be thinking this doesn't go with this. You remember? Once we get all the metallics and the golds on there, and then we get the OSL. So all the where are they at? Even on this side, like the runes here and the runes here are all going to be OSL'd. and the ones down the main gun as well. And down here. Which is surprising there isn't any down... Oh, there is down here. Those will be... If you remember the dreadnoughts we did? Space Wolves dreadnoughts. I think I put... Did I post them in Discord the other day? Let's see what bits I was putting in there. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Of course, it makes a lot more sense now. A lot more sense. Did I put them... I think I put them somewhere. Or did I send them to Gosu? If he's around. You might remember. Yeah, I found them. So if I copy that image and stick that straight up in the lounge. I can't put it in the lounge because I can't press enter on bloody... Well, I can't show you. See, I think those purples turned out okay. The translucent enough just to be able to see that there is shade on there. So I now need to work out... I need to bring more of that colour in. So we can do it on these front wings, which would bring it in. But it would only bring it in from vertical. We don't have any colour from the side. And that's my current dilemma, as it were, at the moment. We don't really have that identifying colour. Go on then, ask your question. Don't even have that. Well, I suppose we could put these in. They could be in our red colour. So I'm holding it side on. Where do we think? So you wanted to have a number stencil. How would you go about doing that? Well, I would use my vinyl cutter, which is behind me. Produce it in Illustrator and print it out and use it that way. But you're better off, if you don't want it to look like shit, is to find a decal. Or you could print some paper off. Or you could print a number off with your normal printer. And so black number on white paper, put some masking tape over the top of it so you can see it through the masking tape, and then use your knife to cut it out. Carefully peel the masking tape back, stick it over the model. You do it that way. But where are we gonna... I suppose we could do this in this head. We could do in the red. It was going to just be in gold. And would that please me enough with that colour that I want? Or would I need to add it anywhere else? Well, we could do a 6mm stripe from this line here. This shelf. That goes along the base of that and then goes up. Let's do these wings first. The little wings. Do the little wings. I haven't decided what I want to. I'm not sure on that. Not sure on it. Come here, you bugger. Something like that. I've not put it on properly. I've just stuck it down. And I could continue it up here. Let's do these side bits first before we get carried away. Do a single stripe on these, a nice thick single stripe. Where did that thing go? And it'll probably get hidden when we get all the details and decals on. Paint's getting a little bit old in that pot. It needs Plus, there's a little bit of filigree on these wings, and that'll be out in gold. Shape is brilliant. Ooh, steady on. A little bit of on there.
Welcome to fucking Deadwood!
Thank you for the follow. I need to turn that down. D-Mac, welcome. Yeah, we definitely need that V, the inverted V. So how are we going to do it properly then? Where's going to be our origin? The origin has to be the side. So there is a 45-degree... There's two 45-degree lines here. Where's fucking focus at? Somewhere there. So if we go for this line, as our point, will it get beyond those wings? I could do with like a rubber tool thing. Maybe a cotton bud will do it. Okay, so that works out because that goes directly up to that corner, more or less. Downside is it sort of interferes with this wing a little bit. So does that mean we go this side of that line? So that it doesn't obviously not match up there? So if we go that side of the line, like there. Now where does it go? Yeah, that's better. The annoying thing is we have this to deal with. That open area there. How about we get our Knif? And then I could just block that with a bit of tape. And that should give us that line. Just give us a line. Right, next line we need to work out how wide this is. Do we go for just a standard 6mm line, or do we go a double width? Or do we do a custom line? I think that has to be the defining line, isn't it? Do we take that out and drop it a little bit? Go off to bed. Good night, Builder. Hello. You on your lunch again? You doing all right? We're trying to work out whether we want stripes on the side of this and whether all this pain is going to be worth it. At the moment, I'm not so sure, because it's going to be a lot of work to get it to line up perfectly. We're just trying to work out. Everything from the neck down hurts. What have you been up to? Yeah, I think that bit should actually just drop. But if that's a marker, then we're okay. I've just had a sauce spin. That might have something to do with it. This is going to be tricky though, because if that's our marker, this line needs to disappear, so we need another marker on there. And then I can take that one out. Let's try it and see. If it's shit, we'll just get rid of it all. Pretty much. Yeah, I think that'll fit in there. But can we get it to not look like shit across the top? Well, doing that, it's not going to help us. And I need that bit. So that bit goes right, but then it sort of goes crazy on the top.
Rude alert!
Oh.
Electrical fire has knocked out my voice recognition unicycle. Banned and shot. This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
It is not. That is Father Markle. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. It's going quite well, thank you. How are you doing? What were you up to this evening? Thank you very much for that raid. We're just trying to work out whether we want stripes down the side of this machine or not. That's what we're trying to decide. We've done the wings. But if I have a purple stripe that goes from there and on the other side as well, I could run it double width and then that would fix that problem. So that could all be the thing then. I think we might do that instead, if we do it at all. You paint some Battlefleet Gothic minis. People who know.
Welcome to fucking Deadwood!
Thank you for the follow. People who know what models I have, I know what I'm looking up at the shelf at the moment. Hold up. I'm getting it. Show you something. First time taking up your brushes after a break. Excellent. Welcome back. I'll show you this, hang on. If I can get it without making an absolute mess. I've got it.
Welcome to fucking Deadwood!
I need to turn that down. This is my second child. Or technically my third child. It is pretty big. I haven't decided what colour scheme to put it in yet. That's why it's still in grey resin. There's cobwebs on it. Yep. No. It's not. It's resin cast. These spires on the back are all 3D printed. These ones. I need to print off another little one for here because I'm missing one. But everything else is cast. It was set as Blood Angels. I have some Blood Angels photo etch. On here there was some Blood Angels roundels and I had a name for the ship on, I think it was here or up here. But I don't know what I want to do with it. What Legion to do. Part of me wants to do it in Emperor's Children. Another part of me, you know, wants to see Blood Angels. But then, who knows? I have a lot more references for Blood Angels, and I obviously have the photo etch. And I know how to paint red pretty well. But yeah, one day we'll get it painted. So check this side actually. I need to put a little bit more super glue debonder on there because I've got a little bit of schmooze in that circle. That's far too fancy. We're a bit more traditionalist around here. It was routed for wiring, for lighting, but I've given up on that idea because I just wanted to get it done. So the engines have been drilled for LEDs. And I'd be there forever if I was going to do that. I've got the blooming Millennium Falcon and stuff to worry about. One day, with my spaceship collection. How long have I been painting? I started doing Warhammer when 8th edition came out. But I'd spent a couple of years prior to that doing scale model radio control tanks. Here's some finished work that we've done recently. I did the weathering on it. I didn't do the base paint colours on it because the job was just make it fit in with an existing army. I'd love to know why my focus peaking isn't working on that display. It's making life difficult. Let's try green. Might work now. He's turned out alright. Got some little fellas to go with him. The armigers, there's 3 armigers up there as well. But we like doing heavily weathered stuff. One of my early things I did is going to go soon, eventually. Just a little Lehman Russ, Mars Alpha Lehman Russ. These really early on, actually. You can't see much on them, but we did those. Got about 4 or 5 of them, I think, in total. Well, we do lessons, and if you just stick around and you're just keeping the channel more often, then you'll pick it up. Oh, we've also got some Tyranids here. Right, Tyranids. I don't know why my zoom button's gone. We'll do a manual zoom because that's already far too far out of the way. So did this in the summer. Yeah, we're still early doors on the Space Wolf Flyer. We're working out whether I want to put these stripes on. I think I'm gonna. I just need to make sure I get them lined up. Because this first one here is our marker, so we keep that one on. These second 2 are... we'll take those off. So it doesn't matter there's a gap here. This gap is fine. As long as it's the same angle, it'll work. No, I don't. No intention of doing Golden Demon. It's not my jam. I did go to a scale model show in the summer over in America, and we got a trophy there. But miniatures, it's all a little bit, what's the word, without trying to sound like a bit of a dickhead, it's all a bit it's judged by judges, and the judges will always have things in mind that they like. Whereas the model show I was in was peer reviewed, peer scored. So everybody that went in judged. I just paint and model. Paint and model. That's what I find the most interesting. And that the day where I decided that I wasn't going to play was the best day, because I could then, from that point onwards, not have to worry about painting the same colour scheme over and over again. He says painting Fish's Night Soul Red. But it allowed me to just paint what I wanted without having to worry about getting bored of doing the same thing over and over again. It was great. So these two can come off now. You might think, well, why have we spent all that time just putting all that stuff on? Well, we need it as a guideline, so we know where we're gonna, if we are gonna, paint. I also don't want to get into the whole mindset of, oh, I've got a competition coming up, I've got to like crunch and just work just on that for this competition, because then the fun sort of goes out of it and it becomes, you know, something entirely different. But if I paint something and I go, you know what, I finished that, I spent however long I've done it, I think that's worthy of winning something, like I did with the model I entered in the summer. And it did. But I'm not going to go out of my way and enter something. Some people love it, you know, and all credit to those people that love doing that. They will just paint exclusively for competition pieces. It ain't for me. Because I'm too critical of my own work. I'd get frustrated with myself. And in getting frustrated with myself, I'd never finish anything. I think that line is okay. That's the reason why you switch from 40k to Malifaux. Painting a small diverse band doesn't make you want to pull your eyes out. Yeah. But if you just enjoy painting, then just pick up the models you like to paint. Like I said, the point when I realised to myself, when I realised that I didn't have to do that, and I could quite happily just buy models I liked, was great. No more whinging and complaining that Games Workshop aren't releasing such and such. No crying that the rules are all rubbish, or that there's a meta and people are chasing it. It's like, I could just paint, enjoy the new models when they got released. Those Malifaux models are tiny. Okay, let's mask this up then properly with our big tape, if we're going to do it. And then we'll put the other side in. You get off, thank you. Yeah, we stream 5 nights a week. Well, we generally stream 5 nights a week. We do Thursdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Friday we're trying to do just on YouTube, but as we're doing multi-streaming at the moment, I need to work out what we do regarding that, because Twitch isn't bothered about anything that's not basically Warhammer. So whether we just don't stream on Twitch on Fridays and just do it on YouTube, I don't know. Then we go from 8 o'clock UK time until usually about 11. I'm trying to work out whether that line is square. 8 o'clock, yeah, 8 till 11 UK time. So we've got another hour to go. Like yesterday, we got both these flies in the grey stage. Today, it's a question of working out, at least on one of them, the extra colour. So yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Like I said, Friday nights we have been doing on YouTube, and those have been scale model related, because one things I do preach is that if you're doing miniature painting, get outside of your comfort zone and do some scale model work, because it's a whole new world, and the skills you can pick up within it are great. Right, so that's going to be the stripe. Let's just doubly protect this. For example, the project we're doing on Friday nights is a 1/35th scale German World War II steam train, and it's going to be bigger than the strike cruiser. It's mostly the process as a whole. So what I mean by that is, often when you're miniature painting, you'll block in colours, and then if you want to do it like the same way Games Workshop paint, for example, you'll do your base coat, you'll edge highlight, you'll do your shades, and you'll highlight back up, etc. You know all the standard techniques. Scale model, like we're doing these in a quite a scale model-y way, which is we've done our base layers, got our greys all in order, and then what we'll do after we've got all this in and we've done it built up in the right colours is we'll do our decals, get those all set in place, and then we'll start layering up layer after layer after layer of effects. So we'll be doing it's a flyer, so it's not a tank, so there'll be slightly less, but there'll be different effects. So there'll be lots of like atmospheric dust marks, there'll be filtering colours on here, there'll be scorch marks, lots of different engine colours going on, and we'll just build it up and build it up and build it up. Do all the chipping and scratching as well on different layers, and it'll be cool. The other one will be a little bit different because the other one's a lander, this one here. So it's got the landing bit on the front, so all down here will be all scuffed as it's come in and like blasted across some land, and then this has come down quickly. It's got the troops out, the door's shut, and it's flown back off. So it's all about layering layers and scale model work. And it's Gosu, who's in chat, he did lessons with me, one-on-one lessons, because he'd painted for maybe a year or so. and he'd done a Land Raider, and his Land Raider was, as any miniature painter would do, a tank, one solid block of colour highlighted up. But then he did a 6-month mentorship with me, and his second tank he did, it's really, really good. It's really good. If he's around, he'll probably get you a link and show you. And he must have done God knows how many layers. He was using enamels and oils and pigments and everything. Where's my blue tack stuff gone? Let's see. You should do, because it's so limiting. It's really limiting. Do you have an airbrush? You don't need an airbrush, but it does help a lot. Just in speed, basically. It's definitely something you should save up for. Barrier to entry is not as big as you think, and you can get really good airbrushes. What country are you from? Yeah, what country are you from? Just so I can tailor my reply. Yeah, I think we're good to go on that if I do it. Live in Georgia. So you're looking at about, well, in euros, I suppose, you're looking at 80 euros for a compressor. And if you shop around, you can get a compressor with air hoses and stuff within the package. And then it's probably about another. Well, you get one of these. This is an Iwata Neo for another 70 euros or so, and then that's pretty much all you'll need. And it'll open your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your horizons when it comes to painting. So I'm alright with this. I'm working out whether I mask the other side up now. It would make sense to do so. Yeah, we'll do it. Hopefully it won't take us long, now we know what we're doing. So this one wants to go on this side of here. Is it this side? One way to find out. Almost. Yeah. So now I've got this point here lined up with this point here, and I don't think I'm in focus. Oh yeah. Honestly, it's a game changer. Let's see what Midstorm's saying. Tried your airbrush for the first time the other day. Trying just Zenithal Liquid X White, but it kept getting blocked. Interesting. How old's your Liquid X? Because it shouldn't be... That stuff, Liquitex white ink is really good. It's really fine. So it shouldn't be blocking unless... What's your airbrush needle size? You like a 0.3 or a 0.4? Oh, then yeah, it should be fine. What airbrush cleaner do you have? You got like standard acrylic airbrush cleaner? Yeah, it's shit. So if you're just using acrylics and you rinse it out fully and make sure it's clean every time you use it, it's all right, but it's not strong enough to do a proper job. I used to use it all the time and I'd have issues, etc. Have you got a link to your tank that you did, Gosu, for Father Markle? What I would do, it's what's your airbrush first? Is it a really cheapy one with lots of rubber seals, or is it an alright one? There you go, Markle. Check that out. That's what Gosu did after lessons with me. Oh, so yeah, get yourself some of this, or any lacquer thinner. If you start this, get yourself some Tamiya lacquer thinners. It will clean your airbrush. It will dissolve any paint that's in there. It's just really good. And you'll take your nozzle. Yeah, this is what you probably do. It's what I've been recommending. Let me just undo it. Stop that. Take that out. If you get some smoker's pipe cleaners, definitely get smoker's pipe cleaners, because it goes in the nozzle for the Infinity perfectly. I need to get more. I've only got a few left and they're all covered in muck. Squeeze it in there with your colour thinner, your lacquer thinners, yeah. And then if you've got some of these, this is the bit you probably do. You take your pipettes, you put a little bit of the colour thinner in your pipette, and you'll put the end of your nozzle in it like that, and then you'll squidge through from the pipette through the end of the nozzle and squidge everything else out there. You shouldn't be getting really any sort of clog with your Infinity. No worries, Markle. Nice to meet you. Remember, we're next on tomorrow, same sort of time. It's the best plan to do. And if you're still getting clogs after that, this is a paint filter. Though you get them for like resin 3D printers. That shouldn't matter. That shouldn't clog your airbrush. So this is for straining resin 3D printers. You can get them for like car body painters use them, and you just put everything through it. That way you will guarantee that what you're putting through the airbrush has no lumps or clumps. Yeah, you shouldn't be getting any clogs. And technique-wise, all you need to do is make sure that you're cleaning your nozzle every now and then. That should, if you get any problems with it, this should be from splattering. Hey Hydric, how's it going? But yeah, if it's clogging, it's either what's going through it or you've got crud within your nozzle. Yeah, if you're doing air on, paint on, if you're doing this, that's fine. You don't ever want to pull back and then push down, because you just get splodges of paint, but that still shouldn't. Like, everything in here should be like the same viscosity. There shouldn't be any clumps, and if you're getting it to clump in, well, you can have a look. There you go, Hydric. With the wing stripes on, I'm now masking up side stripes. At least we're trying to. We're getting sidetracked with airbrush talk again. How are you doing? So this line is the one I'm looking at now. And it has to go to the left of that rivet. To there. I need my knife. Let's just get these cut. I don't usually like cutting tape, but sometimes you just got to do it. Like in here to make sure that this is a nicely masked area, we've got to do it. And then we can push that in. It's been a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? It's taken a while to get this right. But it'll be worth it. And I've already decided I'm not doing this to the other one, we're doing something different. Bugger this. That line's okay. Now we need to put our marker lines in. So I expect that package will be here tomorrow. Hydric, is that right? Is that what we think? Oh, I dropped that. So if that's our marker, it just wants to go like... Oh, Jesus, that's all over the place. Why are we doing that? It's alright. Next marker in. That sounds about right to me. Second marker in place. So those two are coming off. I just need to make sure that these are in the right place, and they are. So now we need a line that we're keeping on. With this one. And it is a bit tricky getting our angles sorted. Come on now. Okay, so that's all right. We need to take these two out now. That one. And this one. And I'm going to fix that line. Do that probably with some thicker tape. You know the box art captain for the box set, you think they just messed up the head posing and made the whole thing look awkward. Same parts with a subtle difference. Subtly different posing. Looks a lot better in the build. Well, I'll build him so it doesn't look like shit. That's going to be annoying. Need to get rid of that tape there. You have to send me that in a message because I won't remember it. Send it in a message and then pin it in the chat. That way we'll be sorted. How do I get that angle in there? Hopefully it'll look better once we get it masked and painted. That's the big thing, getting it protected enough that I don't get purple overspray everywhere. Here's a top tip for everybody today. If you think you've masked your model enough to protect it from paint, I'm going to tell you right now you haven't. So always spend that extra bit of time doubly, triply making sure that you're masked. Because if you don't, you'll regret it. It's all too easy to go, oh, it'll be fine, surely I've masked it up enough now. Especially if it's a bright colour you're doing. I'm also going to use a little bit of masking fluid. I think I'm about where I need to be here. Where's my masking fluid at? Which flavour of masking fluid do I want? More importantly, I have a couple of choices. It is good, depending on what paint you're using now. Some paints don't stick to it. And then what happens is it almost flakes off and it can get everywhere. I have a couple of bottles of masking fluid and now I can't seem to find any of them. Oh, there we go. It's hiding behind some needles. Mr. Masking Soil Neo. This stuff doesn't smell. Some masking fluids can be absolutely awful. Right. That'll do us. Yeah, this stuff doesn't smell. And I like the little conical bottle as well. Right, you need to get out of the way because you're just going to get covered in overspray. Oh, it's going to be like that now we paint. Do you reckon? Do you reckon we've done enough? I'm half tempted to give this a little bit of a highlight. No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will, Ken. I think they're just gonna, whenever it's ready, they're gonna do it before Christmas. I'd love to know what's happened to it. I'd love to know what's been the issue. There was talk that there was like problems with the book. I don't think that he means discount it on Black Friday, but they might, they could always release it Black Friday, but I don't see it happening. Right, we're going for it. I'm going to take all this off. See how badly I've done. A little bit of purple where there shouldn't be. Always some. What, are they just like selling their old epic stuff or what? How do you like their apples? And it's pretty damn level. It just breaks up the squareness of it. And don't worry about this looking really weird and out of place. It won't be by the time it gets all our OSL on, because the OSL is going to be that colour red. And all this will bed back a bit. The big question is, what do we do with the other one? I'm not doing any on the bottom. The bottom's staying dark. What do we do with this one? What do we think? We ain't doing yellow stripes. This is the one we tried to do. No, this is the one we tried to do the teeth on. I don't want to do it the same. Well, we could do a different colour. Hazard stripes. We could use black. Black is a colour we could use. On the ones on the back, yes. These ones on the front, we tried to do it, but I did add a little bit of extra highlight to the top. And I used some of my standard colour was Baraknar Burgundy. So that's that colour. But because I thought it was a little bit too dark up here, I added a little bit of this sanguine highlight and I sprayed that just a tiny bit here. Yeah, that's what I did. So on this one, now, this is one of the things I'm trying not to do. It looks like a wolf's head. doesn't it? That's the whole idea. But do you know the things that Games Workshop did with the Horus Heresy tanks, and they had like lots of just black sections on them? I could use that 45-degree angle again, because there's one there and there's one there. And I could have the front going into a V, the opposite way to that one. So it goes like this, but 45-degree. So that's a 45-degree, and if I do it high enough up, I can extend it onto the wingtips as well. So the wingtips would be black at the same angle. So if we do that and it went down to say here, that's a double V though, isn't it? Because we go up that way, and it go up. It would go to that exact point I'd want it. And everything on the front would be dark, black. We've got to make sure though that it's not too far forward, because it'll make it look like it's got a black dog's nose. So if we do it back there, so everything this side is dark, and then we can extend those lines out on the wings. Because we're not doing the very end, it'll be like most of the front will be dark. And then we've got all the gold on it as well, so the gold will help, because this stripe here is all gold, and that's going to be all gold. And then this will be gold in here, and then we've got the decals, and we'll put some runes across it. Just lean into it, couldn't we? I think that's what we're going to do. So if we don't do any purple on this one, then it'll look like we've got one of each different thingy. But if this was in the same sort of colour scheme as this one, but the different, like this would be in a wing of a few of these in this colour, but this is a transport, so it'd be different. I think that's going to be the idea. I think that's the idea. Let's have a look at that fix. Was it this one I fixed? Yeah, it was this one I fixed. Can't even tell. So let's work out tomorrow then. If we do this tomorrow, we'll use black, and we'll use our original dark grey that we're using, which is this Dunkel. It's not even base, was it? It was dark shadow. It ain't that. They're the blue ones. Gotta be this one. It isn't. It ain't that colour, because that's my paler grey. No, it's not. So what colours are here? So dark base is the blue one. We ain't using that. That's the one, Double Grow Shadow. I knew it was somewhere on the desk. So our black recipe is going to be these two. So black, and then we'll highlight up with the base colour for this. That should do us, that'll be good. That's going to be tomorrow's job for here. That'll look quite good. And once they're done, that means next week's jobs. It is next week's jobs. We're going to get all the metal work in, because there's a lot of metal work to do on these. like this gold trim that runs right along the top edges of these. And I haven't worked out what I'm doing with these front cowls yet. These front cowlings might need some extra attention because I didn't even highlight these up. You see the front of these engines? I may do those in a gunmetal base colour. So the paint works at the back, and then this front edge might be metal. We did a bit of the highlights on the side, but I don't know. Because obviously the round bits, they'll be in metal. Or I might just leave it, might be okay. Because I will do a little bit of scuffed highlights on the edges of these. So that's going to be a job for tomorrow. There's not a lot of cleanup to do either. I mean, there's cleanup down here, but that's on the... These are all going to be in gunmetal anyway, these rib bits. This side, there's a tiny, tiny bit, but again, it's not really much of an issue. I could even go in with a tiny little bit of thinner. Just a touch of masking fluid around here as well. I like it. Which one's got the tail fin? This one. It always. I wonder why this doesn't. They didn't give this one. Like this one has a tail fin. Anyway, I think that's going to be us for today. I like that. It looks good. It does look good. The more I look at it on the camera, it looks really good. It was. Now, it's not the most fun watching somebody mask something up for ages, but it's worth doing and not just sort of half-arsing it. I can't wait to start getting the filters on here either. It's really going to start to bring it together. We've got a really solid base now for that. So that is good. Again, we're on tomorrow, 8 o'clock UK time. Been going on today. We've had Eames came in with 38 months for a resub. I missed that, I think. Apologies to Eames if I did. And Ken dropped £10. Thank you very much. The Mini Mad Cat joined us with 13 people with a raid. Thank you, thank you. 100 biddies from Nixbeer. And a couple of follows. And then Father Markle came in with a raid of 8. Nice to meet you. I'm going to get a follow on him before I forget. If I can, there's the button. But yeah, hope to see you all tomorrow. Keep me company. We're not going to raid anybody because I can't work out what the button is. I need to get a thing on my stream deck to do it. But yeah, good night everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. And let's hope that this week doesn't go to... Oh, Thursday, you'll hopefully get to see... Hang on. No? Actually, I won't be streaming Thursday, I don't think. It's Nixby's birthday. So we'll work it out, because I haven't worked out what's going on. But it's Nix's birthday on Thursday. 52 this year. Yeah, but I've been ill this past weekend. We're going to get it sorted. Don't worry, you're going to get your stuff. Historically, it does take a while to get everything sorted. I've got like 9 things to sort, and my income isn't too big, but we'll get them sorted. Yeah, 52. She's obviously not listening. Either that or she's got a face like thunder. Yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody.